When I was a kid, I always assumed that I would be a good city planner. Not because I had any expertise on the subject, but rather because I played a whole lot of SimCity. Thanks to these types of management simulators, I always assumed that I'd be good at running a city, or a theme park, or railroad, or even a hospital. This unearned confidence is how I felt while playing the new game Farm Tycoon, which just so happens to be my newest Switch obsession. Hello citizens of Switch Planet, my name is Cyril, and today we're gonna put in a full day's work of back-breaking labor. Wait, no, scratch that. Instead of doing any of that, we're gonna order a bunch of virtual characters to do all the hard work while I reveal why this is the deep, satisfying, and surprisingly relaxing job simulator that you should be playing right now. Like the name suggests, Farm Tycoon is a game that revolves around you taking control of a farm and micromanaging every part of the agricultural process. From planting the right kinds of crops, to hiring the best people, to equipping the farm with tractors and implements to get the job done. You can grow fruits and vegetables, process a wide assortment of meat, specialize in beekeeping, and even create a line of delicious berry drinks that'll make your farm stand the must-visit destination during the warmer months. If you've ever dreamed about owning a farm but were scared off by the long hours and difficult work, then this is the game for you. Now, while Farm Tycoon largely leaves things up to you, there is a campaign with a compelling setup. You've decided to return to your family's farm after it was nearly destroyed by a tornado. Sensing that your folks are too old to start over, we decided to take on the job of running things. This sets up a series of easy-to-understand goals that help to teach the player the basics of both the game and running a farm. We'll start out by repairing the barn, building new roads, and making sure that the strawberry fields are tended to. While a little convoluted at first, it won't take long before everything starts to make sense. You'll build silos for the grains that you harvest, a warehouse for meats and vegetables, and even a manure storage for, well, you know. And don't just think that you can toss a few seeds onto a field and call it a day, because your employees will need to plow, cultivate, and fertilize the land before you even start to think about growing anything. These are the basics that you're going to take to pretty much any farm that you manage, no matter what you decide to specialize in. Now, as your farm grows and makes more money, you'll want to invest in upgrades that will make your employees happier and more productive. One way to do this is to purchase tractors, plows, cultivators, trailers, and a lot of other big machinery that'll speed up your progress. Sure, you can get the job done by assigning 5 or 6 people to harvest apples, but it's so much faster and easier when you have a machine on your side. This will allow you to harvest more crops throughout the year, which translates to more money and a healthy farm. And because plowing and cultivating land doesn't just happen instantly, the game teaches you a valuable lesson about time management and setting yourself up for success. That cherry orchard may take a lot longer than your raspberry field, but on the other hand, it's going to sell for a lot more and be less of a hassle in the long run. However, it could be that the price of potatoes or pumpkins spikes all of a sudden, making them the must-have crop. Staying on top of trends and having a diversified farm that can change with the times is the key to staying successful in the long run. And speaking of planning, I sure hope you're ready for winter. Oh yeah, things may be popping during the warmer seasons, but once that cold air hits, your fields will be unusable. This is where having a few greenhouses comes in handy, or maybe setting up certain parts of the farm to be dedicated to processing different types of meats for the local restaurants. As you buy bigger and better production facilities, you'll find new ways to sustain your farm even during the slower months. Of course, if things really do go south, you can always take out a loan from the bank. In fact, there are a surprising amount of options and modes that'll open up if you just invest some time and money into training your farm hands. For example, if you spend $2,000 and can wait 7 in-game days, then you'll have employees that are 10% stronger. You can also train in alternate power sources, something that'll allow you to install a wind turbine station, something that'll actually generate money that you can sell back to the power company. While not all the training is that drastic, it will help to reduce bills and make your workers better at their jobs. And that's not the only way that you can upgrade your employees. As you hire new people, you'll want to focus on the skills that they bring to the table. Some will be better at managing large machinery, while others will have a skill of taking care of ducks and chickens. What I like about this game is how we can micromanage the staff all the way down to improving their individual skills. Even though they never talked and I didn't really know these workers, I couldn't help but bond with them. You'll spend so much time assigning them to different jobs that you'll begin to see what they're best at, something that you can exploit for maximum rewards. For as much fun as the standard campaign was, I had the best time playing through the different scenarios that are all set up by the developer. These are goal-oriented challenges that toss you into different types of farms to see if you can thrive. They're all believable situations that'll force you to come up with unique strategies to win. For example, in one scenario, you'll take over an eco-friendly farm, limiting the types of products and pesticides that you can use. There's another mission that'll put your animal breeding to the test, while another scenario will have you growing fresh berries for a popular milkshake distributor. There are 15 of these scenarios in all, each of them taking quite a bit of time to complete. This is a great way to see just how different each farm can be. That's something you might want to take into the free mode, which lets you customize the difficulty and starting cache in order to give you complete control over the simulation. Oh boy, this will put your management skills to the test and force you to make some real tough decisions. With the training wheels off, you'll be able to create the farm of your dreams and grow it as far as the eye can see. But watch out, because a whole lot of things can go wrong in this mode. And all it takes is a few bad seasons before everything crumbles around you. Now, that may sound scary and maybe even a little intimidating, but I found Farm Tycoon to be strangely relaxing. Don't get me wrong, you're gonna have to dart all over the map assigning jobs and solving problems. But you'll quickly get into a relaxing groove that made it real hard for me to put the controller down. Part of the reason for this is because Farm Tycoon is incredibly easy to play on the Switch. The pop-up menus make sense and are easy to navigate using the analog stick and D-pad, plus the heads-up display isn't overly cluttered like some simulators. You'll occasionally be prompted to tend to certain fields or resolve an issue with a subtle icon that isn't too distracting. Sure, it takes a few minutes to figure out what all the buildings and the tools do, but I'm genuinely impressed that I never had to fight the control. That developer has done an excellent job simplifying without dumbing down. The truth is, Farm Tycoon is the type of game I'm going to keep playing long after this review. It's both satisfying and relaxing in a way that you only get from this type of management simulator. It's also a perfect fit on the Switch. And with an attractive price of $20, you can't go wrong. This is a deep and involving game that is easy to learn and impossible to put down. Even if you've never wanted to manage a farm or even visit one, this game makes it look like a lot of fun. Now, if you'll excuse me, these fields, they're not going to plow themselves.
Okay everyone, thanks so much for watching. If you liked that video, please leave a like and subscribe, and ring the bell if you want to get notified when we release new content. We hope to see you in the next video.